Welcome to Indie Music Live. This is episode 67 with featured artist Breakout the Crazy, with music from Ariel Currant and Young Senior. We're triple streaming to Periscope, YouTube, and Facebook Live, so please share this out. And now, welcome your hosts, Mr. David Werba and JoeJoeKeys. Welcome, Indie Music Live, episode 67. I got a lot going on here, and I don't really know what this is. This is like weird. So what's up, Dave? I was working on your highlight video today. We're going to be taking a look at that next week.
Yeah, that's what I hear, man. I haven't said a word about it, man. I'm just letting you do your thing.
I know.
I know you're working hard. I don't want to get on your back.
Yep.
But hey, real quick, I was checking out our website, tracking the social shares. Freud's Couch is still leading the pack. They got like 1,400 social shares, and we're actually working on a new review for them. And I mean, that just other artists. That's a smart thing to do, man. When you get a critique, you get a review, share out the blog. You know, because you're always going to be featured in our sidebar, and they've been on the homepage basically for like past 2 months because of that.
Yep.
But anyway, yeah. So in the intro, we're bringing on Brian Byrne. Do you guys feel the burn? I feel the burn. This is the real burn.
We have like a Canadian rock star here.
Yeah, Canadian rock star.
Which is pretty much, it means nothing.
He's there, yeah, and we'll bring you on here in a sec. So Brian Byrne, so he's we talked last week about Musicoin. So Brian Byrne is one of the 3 founders, and he's also the frontman for I Mother Earth, which is a really big band, Canadian rock band. For like, I don't know, I don't remember, like 10 years, but there was, other than that, man, founder of Musicoin, just, big on social media and valedictorian of high school. Is that right, Brian? Come on in, man.
Yeah, but there wasn't that many people in my graduating class. So that was actually, he seems like a really nice guy, and we don't want the, that other person to be the class valedictorian, so we'll get him.
Yeah, so like, we're going to have you kind of as a recurring guest, because we have a joint venture that we've kind of been working out. Well, Joe, I told you I had to give 10% of your ownership away. I told you that, man. So we'll talk after.
With all that money, man.
We'll talk later about it, all right? But so Brian, Musicoin. So I kind of hinted at this last week. This is an industry shifting platform, and there's like an interesting dichotomy with this, because Musicoin, it's actually a coin like Bitcoin. It's traded on the exchanges, which it's been added to recently. Like, so there's like volume, there's like trading volume going on with the coin, but it's also a streaming platform, i.e. like Spotify, SoundCloud, and everything. So this thing, man, like it's just been serendipitous, just kind of working with you guys on this, because that's kind of the next phase of Indie Music Plus, is helping artists make the most money they can for their music. So first question for you, man, is like, it's been what, 9-10 months since you kind of found, like, the 3 of you founded this, and you've been kind of working in the background. What spurred you on to like create this thing?
Well, to be completely honest, it was actually Isaac and Dan that were there first, and just because of my own sort of interest in blockchain and crypto in general, I found them. I found them online, and contacted them and said, hey, I think this project's really neat. And I had seen other things that were trying to just music platforms on blockchain. But theirs, to me, was the most appealing, the most interesting. So I contacted them, and we started to chat about it. And I started, working towards, a lot of things that they were trying to do. Contact artists, contact, agents, and labels, and all kinds of stuff that I've been able to do over the the past 20 years.
Right. So you've been kind of like spearheading, pushing like the outreach and the social and all this stuff. So you're actually going to be speaking on the Canadian Music Week digital music panel in about 3 weeks. What are you going to be talking about there?
I'm not sure. No, they're going to send me all the information actually tomorrow. But I imagine that, you know, like anything like this, where that, you know, if you're starting to sort of change the face of things and hopefully revolutionize something without sounding too, you know, arrogant or you know, patting ourselves on the back too much, but really trying to help artists and sort of cut out those intermediaries. There's going to be a lot of people who are really happy, and there's going to be a lot of finger pointing. So I think the best thing to do is just, you know, be there to sort of disarm people and guide them through it and say, like, this is a good thing for everybody, you know, because if it weren't for the people creating it, we wouldn't have it anyway. So let's start to recognize that and honor it the proper way, you know? Yeah.
So, all right. So I'm putting myself in the shoes of like the listeners and just in a passerby, like indie artist watching the show, just kind of listen to what we're saying. It probably sounds a little overwhelming. Probably doesn't all like click right away. So there's going to be some education on this. I just pinned a comment in the Facebook chat. And that's how that's a private invite. You can just click that and join and just start poking around, like upload a song and just check it out and join the Slack forum and, you know, see what's going on, because this is really interesting. I just personally, like, for past couple of years, I've been hesitant to kind of move forward and like list all my music on Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff. It's what I've kind of helped other people do over the years, yet it just didn't feel right to me. That's part of the serendipity of this. It just didn't feel right to me. And then we meet up with you guys. I'm like, that's like a no-brainer. That's where I'm putting my music, because I'm going to make the most money there.
Yeah. And I think the philosophy, you know, above everything, the philosophy is the greatest thing. You know, it's a community that is really supporting each other, even in Slack. You know, if you come there, every sort of facet of that community is really willing and open to help each other out and make sure that everybody's taken care of. You know, some people consider it like hippy dippy. I consider it being, you know, enlightened. People are, you know, they realize that whole idea of being really cutthroat and not helping each other is really not working. And we've arrived at something completely different. And
It's totally open in the forum. It's like people give input, and then you guys actually listen. If there's logic behind it, you actually address it, maybe even like add it to the platform. But Brian, we got to move on. Thanks so much for coming by, dude. We'll have you back.
Of course. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Take care, man.
You got it. Take care.
Yeah, man. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for hanging out. You have a lot of kids to go take care of. So
yeah, he's got 4 kids. Yeah.
I will.
It's like a baby factory over there. But anyway, yeah. So Rob, let's go ahead and move on. Let's listen to our first video of the night before we bring in our featured artist, Breakout the Crazy, who you all have heard before on the program, but we're actually going to talk to them tonight because they're awesome. But let's go ahead and listen first to a recent social promo client. This is Ariel Currant with her song "We Are the Night." Is that what I had queued up, Rob? I'm sorry. Okay.
There's a place I go where you're never alone. No matter who you are, you can just let go. And when you get on the floor, you can shake. There's a spark in your eye, you can't fake. Hold it closer and you'll be on fire. You can see it all now in the sky. Just let it take you away. Take you away. We are the night. We are the stars.
Oh, we're back live. Oh, interesting. It's just a comedy of errors tonight, mainly on my part. I'm naked, so
Yeah, that's all right. There's always challenges.
you can't tell though. No, I wasn't looking at my notes, and I was totally afraid that I called the wrong song, but I was right. Something's going on. I don't know. Rob's been working real hard for us. Enlightened Audiovisual. He's making us look really hot. And
Yeah,
oh,
that's all right.
Bummer.
That's all right.
All right. Well, Rob was explaining some technical difficulties to us. It's all good though. He can handle it. He's a good guy.
So what do you think, Joe? What do you think of that tune, man?
Actually, surprisingly, I like it. I'm not normally into this type of music, and I was actually really surprised about how she sounded, to be honest with you. And I don't mean that as a bad thing. I just mean doesn't seem like she's been around for very long, So I was happy with it. I liked it.
Well, what was the surprise? That it was better than you'd think it would be? What do you mean?
Pretty much, yeah. Like just because I'm almost a 40-year-old dude, it's not like I listen to girls like that normally. You know what I mean? Like the poppy, quirky.
No, yeah, the dance scene, dude. No, I hear you. I hear you. It's the dance scene. It's almost. I was thinking of Elizabeth Hayes, just an Americanized version.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so same type of thing, like awesome voice, and the path of the career really just comes down to the production in many ways, because you look at the actual vocals, it's like, hey, what a great voice. So what are they going to do with it? What path are they going to take? How are they going to produce a sound around that voice? And so here's a girl that they're going into the dance market. And yeah, my only issue with this one, when you do vocals where it's like she's like night, she was doing that herself. Like that wasn't an effect, It wasn't like usually at kind of the higher level of the dance music, it's that's engineered, that kind of like stuttered like night, but she was just doing it live. And so I would lean towards like doing that in the engineering rather than just trying to like vocalize those like percussive, you know what I'm saying, dude?
Chris knows what you're saying. We just can't hear him.
Chris is in the background. He's like, yep, I hear what you're saying.
So we got to break out the crazy in the house. I just want to address a couple people. Real Izzo on Periscope and some others. Thanks for hanging out with us and talking. That's what I'm doing. Looking over here is looking at the comments. Share this out, guys, if you don't mind. In Yambo says he likes the song or enjoying the show. Stacy Lynn said I could dance to it. It's catchy. And Lincoln Plowman, of course, says hola.
Nice.
Vega, it's Juju says yo. So why don't we bring in Break Out the Crazy, Rob? I know you're still setting up the scene, but let's we had a little technical difficulty, so Rob's kind of catching up. It's only gonna take him a couple minutes. Oh, look at that, he's got it. So Break Out the Crazy. What's up, guys? Katya and Chris. We had your song on the show not too long ago, and it was so amazing that I decided that I wanted to feature you. So how are you doing?
Hey, what's up? Doing great. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, pleasure. You two seem like very, very nice people, and I'm very glad to meet you. Unfortunately, we're a little short on time tonight, so I'm going to just turn it right over, and we're going to go ahead and get.
Let's play the tune first.
So why don't you tell us? We'll just go ahead and start a little bit. We'll talk about you guys a little bit. Why don't you just give us a little bit of a background on you two? We were talking about a little bit in our green room before the show about how you were, making music before you were together, and now you're together making music. I don't know. Tell us about it.
Who do you want to talk? Chris?
You started. You should keep going.
Okay.
Ladies first.
All right. Well, we met on tour with a very well-known Spaniard artist named Alejandro Sanz. Chris
Cool.
was had been there for a few tours. It was my first one as a background vocalist. Chris has been a vocalist and a keyboard player for a while.
Nice.
And we became very close friends, and then involved. And with no intentions of doing music together. That kind of was sort of like an accident, but it happened so quickly and so easily that we figured it would kind of be stupid not to keep going.
Of course. Yeah, cool. Chris. Why don't you tell us the real story now?
All right.
Nice.
Filters are off now. Here we go. No,
So I'm not really familiar with the act that you're talking about. So what kind of shows were you doing? I'm not really into that kind of music. But
Alejandro Sanz is a Spanish pop artist. Man, he was kind of really well known because he brought a lot of the flamenco flavor, mixed that together with some rock and pop and stuff, and he was huge, man. I mean, this guy's won 20 Latin Grammys, about more than 20, I think, and he's been won some American Grammys as well. So he's huge, So it was nice. It was big arenas, soccer stadiums, and
nice.
stuff. Like it was a huge blessing to be able to be with this guy.
That's cool. That's really cool. Well, Rob's still setting up stuff. He's all set, he says. So let's go ahead and listen to your song. We're gonna listen to "Hold On" whenever Rob gets around. Rob's having a tough night tonight, but it's not his fault. He's working hard and doing a great job. So whenever we can, let's listen to "Hold On" by Breakout the Crazy, the featured artist of the week on Indie Music Plus, episode 67. Share this out. See you after the song.
I've lost my faith, I've gone astray, second guessing everything you say. At war with our words, we make mistakes, trying to pull so hard I pushed you away. But every road leads me back to you. Every day I can't imagine life without you.
I've lost my hope, I felt the pain, wondering if I'd never see you again, afraid that my words betrayed me in vain, and I'd be left with nobody else to blame. Will you still catch me when I fall? 'Cause I fell for you. Say you'll answer me when I call. When the lights go down tonight, the stars will take the sky. It's only you and we will leave the day behind, knowing love is still alive and strong. Hold on, the best is yet to come. I gave my heart broken in two, took the chance that you'd know just what to do.
If I fall short, if I don't come through, I'll do anything to make it up to you. Everything I see in your eyes keeps me sane. Your love takes me to paradise. When the lights go down tonight.
All right. I have some throat spray. I just had to spray. I haven't used it in a while. So I want to make sure my timbre is rich during this discussion. Chris, Katya, man, what a pleasure to have you guys on here. So
Thank you.
I don't remember exactly when it was, maybe a month ago. All right. How's this, Rob? There we go. Somewhere around here. Man, this is one of my favorite tunes, man, of the whole past 12 months or so, man. I was really feeling this. And not just that, I love the song. I said it in a past show, but you guys, there was such a cool experience watching your video, watching our show. Because there's several levels of coolness in there.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
it showed basically the artists and just anyone watching this show on their flat screen, just like it was a TV show. And that's how we produce this thing. It's TV style show. And to see you guys shooting that, it's like, hey man, this is cool, man. And hearing your guys' reaction, you're high-fiving, you're just like, yeah, man, this is cool. Yeah, so there's a couple comments. I mean, I mentioned 311 and you lit up, Chris. What? Tell me about that. What did that mean to you?
David? This is awesome, man. I've been waiting for this moment to tell you that.
Yes, tell me.
Big inspiration for this song, man. So when you said that, it was just like, wow, he got it. I feel like a lot of the time when you're behind the scenes creating the music, you're thinking one thing, people usually perceive something else. and you know, you got it right away. You were like, this reminds me a little bit of 311. There's a song by them called Amber that I love.
Yes. Oh yeah, I know that tune. Okay.
I love your energy. And it's the same chord changes, and it's kind of like a similar chord change, the same vibe.
Yeah. So tell me about this. So obviously there's a reggae influence here, but I thought of 311 because they kind of, it was almost like reggae fusion. They kind of like blended it into rock, and you know what? I mean, obviously they're an influence to your sound. So you want to just like comment on that, like how they are an influence? Like obviously you liked their kind of iteration of the fusion of reggae. So you kind of like are trying to expand on that whole scene, or what?
Not really. It's
okay.
To be honest, I mean, that's part of the reason why we call ourselves Break Out the Crazy, because we like a lot of different things, a lot of different kind of styles of music. That song happens to be one of my all-time favorite songs. And I heard it a lot, listened to it a lot when I was living in the Dominican Republic. And I used to jam out to it with my friends. And I have a lot of fond memories personally to that song. So I think that we kind of just started vibing out to that kind of energy, Katya and I, one day. And that's what happened with that song, and it came out. You know, it all really depends on what we start jamming out to.
Yeah. Sorry, Katya, go ahead.
They're not all like that. They're actually all over the map. As we started as a songwriting duo, we sort of didn't really see any genre that we fit into, because we have everything from country to EDM to folk music. There's some jazz tunes. There's some Disney style tunes. I mean, we are everything and a ham sandwich. So we named it Break Out the Crazy because of that, because I was just like, you know, let's just be whatever. But when we decided to come out with our own stuff, there is going to be some sort of like cohesiveness to it, and you know, we do have a love for the tropical elements of music. So there's going to be some of the urban. There's going to be some rock, because we're big rock fans too. So there's going to be.
Man, we only got like 2 minutes left. It's painful that we have to cut this off. But there's a couple more things. There are 2 more things I want to address. So first of all, the Sting influence, man. Like I said, like what does that mean to you, man? Because like you said you were raised in Dominican Republic. I mean, you do your songs in Spanish, and yet your English version, it's like I hear such a strong Sting influence. I mean, you got to talk about that part of it, man.
David, you're making me
like quick, like a minute, just a minute.
You're making me blush, man. I mean, The Police is definitely, again, one of my favorite groups ever. I was blessed to be able to be out on tour with Alejandro Sanz in Portugal, I think it was, and I got to see The Police.
Are you surprised that I mentioned them though, or is that kind of what you're going for?
No, I'm not. So okay. We're both surprised. That's why you saw our reaction. I was just like, oh man, Katya was like, yo, look at that, Sting.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, right. You know, I don't pretend to be Sting at all. No, I mean, thank you though.
It's one of those things. It's almost like a subconscious influence. Sometimes it comes out and you don't even realize. But anyway, last thing, guys. Like I just think it's so cool. Like your energy, there's kind of a love story behind this whole project. Like we talked before the show, you guys got together. You just became a couple before you started making music together. So now at this point, like that love, that energy, I feel it. It comes through in your sound. So I just think that's like so awesome. So yeah. Any final words on that, Katya? I'll let you close it out.
Thank you so much. I mean, honestly, that's all we hope for, is to have our songs sort of speak for our hearts. There's a lot of true stories in there. Some of them are good, some of them are you know, sad, but they're all really who we are, and we try to, you know, put that in our music and hope that it resonates. So thank you so much for having us.
All right, guys, we're definitely going to have you back. You know, I want to keep in touch with you guys with new music, you know, down the road and everything, because I love the sound. Great production. Yeah, Chris, go ahead.
Thank you so much, David. Thank you, Joe. Thanks, everybody. We have a new single coming out April 14th, too. Just in case, just kind of want to throw that out there. But follow.
Okay, where can people find it?
We're on Break Out the Crazy on Instagram. We're breakoutthecrazy.com is our website, and all our pages are on there. So breakoutthecrazy.com, I would say, is the main hub, because from there you can go on our Facebook, our Twitter, on YouTube, you know, our videos and all of that.
It's going to be available everywhere.
Okay, cool. Joe, back to you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I was wondering if you could tell me about the Slayer influence in your music. I heard a little bit of Slayer in there. Did you not hear that? Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah. So guys, I want to give you an opportunity, Rob. If we can come back to that split 3, I just wanted to. Actually, you did do that. That's normally what I do, is to give you an opportunity to say thanks and shout outs to whoever you wanted to talk to. But you pretty much gave us like what you wanted, where to find your music. But who are you guys working with? Who do you want to thank? Like, just give a huge thanks to, like, supporting you guys and stuff before we head out.
Man, I mean, the people that are, yeah, well, first of all, my good friend Ricky Strings, he's the guitarist on Hold On, if you hear the live guitar lines. And he also mixed the record. I saw you guys were giving kudos to the mix, and he did.
Oh, yeah.
So that's my brother from another mother. I want to shout him out. Thank him so much. He's still working with us. He's the one that's gonna mix. He's just mixed our new single that's about to come out April 14th.
And when we can, we're gonna steal him away from his tour job.
Yeah, he's on tour with Trey Songz right now. He's a big deal.
Cool.
But yeah, I want to thank him and all the people that are listening. We have some of our fans or friends that are listening. Justino, Katya's dad, is listening. Big kiss to him. We love him so much. Liz Menezes, our good friend, she's listening as well. So shout out to all the people that
come to the shows consistently, Chantel. All the people that are showing love in any way. We appreciate it. It keeps us going.
Awesome. Well, you guys are great. You really made my day. I've been having a rough couple of days, and you guys really have a lot of positive energy. So thank you so much for coming on to our show. And we hope to have you on some roundtables. I'll get in touch with you. Chris, I'm not friends with you on Facebook, but you got way too many friends. I'm friends with Katya, so I'll hit you guys up somewhere on there and invite you to some roundtables in the near future if you're available. So thanks so much.
Let's do it, my man. Let's do it. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. So Rob, whenever you're ready, let's finish off the music tonight with another social promo client in the recent past. So this is, I don't know how to say it because Senior is made with a money sign, but it's Young Senior with his song Groove. Oh, hey, what's up? Young Senior with the song Groove, a recent social promo client. So you guys get to look at my happy face while Dave says what he thinks about the song. So here we go.
Yeah, we're running over on time here, but we want to give our piece on the song. I want to rekindle this point in the roundtable with Beezy. Nice, Joe. You can be. It's almost like it's like the puppet. The face puppet is talking with my voice. Yeah. Ventriloquism at its finest. So I want to rekindle the point about the clean bass sound that Beezy was going nuts after. He was going nuts on last week about, oh, it's just the indie budget that makes the bass sound all like crunchy and distorted. So this was totally clean right here to me. So I want to revisit this because I like the background music here. It was there was no like buzz, there was no like distortion here. It was closer to The Weeknd in terms of the bass sound, but yeah, my only issue is that, and I'm sure Joe, you'll agree with me on this, is the auto tune. I think it was a little overused.
I'm not a big fan of it myself.
Right.
But, I understand.
And that's always debatable, but Joe, it really comes into play on the choruses because when he was holding out notes, he still kept the auto tune on in the choruses when he's holding out notes. So I don't understand why he would keep the auto tune on in the choruses. It's enough during the verses, but during the choruses, I would definitely turn it off here.
You'll have to ask Be Easy about it because he's the one that was talking about how it's like I don't enjoy the auto tune. So anything with auto tune, I'm kind of like just turn off. But this guy actually did a pretty good job at it. I'm not saying that he did a bad job at it, but there's a whole new scene of kids out there that love the auto tune and the rap auto tune, and I'm just not into that. But
no, and it's cool if it's used correctly. I mean, like I said, The Weeknd, same with the bass. The Weeknd uses it too. I mean, Kanye West, insanely large artists use it, and if it fits, but you can overdo it. And I just think it was a little overdone, the song, but overall it was cool.
Cool. So
let's close it out, man.
Tonight, huh?
Yep. Round table in 15 minutes.
Round table in about 15-20 minutes. We're gonna let Rob catch his breath, maybe go out and roll around in the snow a little bit, cool off. I don't know if he has any snow, but mud, whatever. Because
9 cigarettes in 5 minutes. I can guarantee that.
On the buttons and making us look really good tonight. Anybody that needs some live streaming help, if they need some production or whatever, go ahead and talk to my friend Robert Hicks. Go and talk to Enlightened Audiovisual. They're on Facebook and they're on the web, the interwebs. So Musicians Roundtable coming up. We're doing this every week. We got indie music live at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, and then the Musicians Roundtable shortly after that, generally around 10:15, 10:20, 10:25, somewhere in there. So go hang out at the post, and thank everybody for hanging out. Anthony from 610 just walked in to the room, and we're going to be listening to a little bit of 610 tonight on the Roundtable. So good to see you, man. We're going to be heading over there. So have a good night. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week.